I want to give you 5 really good lessons from one of my good movies. We're talking about the movie The Usual Suspects with Kevin Spacey in the main character. The Usual Suspects is from 1995. It's a crime thriller and it's about 5 criminals that was pulled into a mysterious job that, of course, because of the movie, right, it spirals completely into chaos and violence, an American action movie. The story is told in an interrogation office. A police captain or whatever is interrogating a small time con man. That's mostly where the movie takes place. And the con man is good at reading surroundings, reading everything. So the whole movie is built up about a shadow character, a figure called Kaiser Soze, a man who may or may not exist. So there is a few things that I would like to teach you from those things, and I have used it to help a lot of people through the years because it really has validity here. Number one, and this is your takeaway, especially from this video, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was to convince the world he didn't exist. What does that mean? You see, the real enemy, your real enemy, is oftentimes totally invisible. You think it's the bully that runs up against you, or that bitch, or that idiot, or whatever. Uh-uh. The real enemy is invisible. It's manifesting in your life, in your body, because the most powerful forces are hidden in plain sight. You can't see them, you don't know what's going on, because they are not necessarily real people. They are old beliefs, things that I know exactly how this is going to play out. It could be stored trauma in your body. I have tried this before and I remember so and so. These are nervous system patterns that you will adapt to. So you see, just because you can't see those patterns doesn't mean that they are not running the show. They control you. They run the narrative of you. Not until you learn to identify what the real devil, the Satan, is, you're simply not going to see it. You're not going to conquer it. You can fight the whole world. You can protect yourself against everyone and everything. It's not going to happen. Believe me. You need to know that the greatest trick, the greatest of all time, is that he never was there. He didn't exist. It wasn't me. No, 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 no. It was everything else. Next one up, number 2, is control the narrative of your life. The movie The Usual Suspects is an entire movie hidden a story within another story. So what you need to learn is that whoever controls the story controls the reality. Do you want to control your reality, or do you just want to be part of the story that runs around you? It's the same as we say, are you at the driver's seat of your bus, or are you at the passenger seat? You need to think and learn these things. You need to build up the power. Think of it this way. If your inner dialogue is, no, everyone is against me, everything, the system is rigged, it was never meant for me to become this, that, or the other. I can never be that person because so and so and so. Are you running the show, or are the show running you? Think about that. If you change the story, you also change your physiology. If you come into a room or into a little group of people and you're like, oh no, it doesn't feel good, and I'm sorry that I wasn't, and you're apologizing, or you come in and say, hey, here I am. I'm the one. With that emotion, with that feeling, you change your physiology. You straighten up, you man up, you girl up, you really show that you run your show, and you are less perceptible for stupid ideas, convincing ideas that's in the end, it's going to cost you money, it's going to cost you time, it's going to cost you relationship, power, emotions, it's going to cost you a whole bunch of things. So control the narrative. When you meet new people, you can decide how they see you. See it as, I have often said, when I meet new people, I feel like I'm a sculpture of a clay sculpture or something. I can decide what I want them or the sculpture to look like, see like, feel like, depending on, within, of course, honesty, what I tell them, what I reveal about myself. I have my style, you have your style, but be honest, control the narrative. It will help you. It will help you against bullying. It will help you against people taking advantage of you. If you think of number one, the biggest trick the devil ever pulled was to convince the world he didn't exist. Number two, whoever controls the story controls the reality. And that's you. The third one is fear builds legends. It's quite harsh, but listen to this. Kaiser Soze, who is an imaginary character of the movie, his power grows because people fear them. They fear him for, oh, there are so many crazy scenes where people are like jumping off a high place and falling down and die and so on. It's a very American action movie, actually. Because they're like, oh, no, Kaiser Soze is gonna get me. And then, well, they jump out. That's just from fear. I mean, like with anything else, some people, like this table, they are desperately afraid of standing on their own feet on this table, right? Is it because it's physically very, very dangerous? No, it's a fear. I mean, I don't know what the fear of height means, and I have fallen down twice from 6 meters. It hurts, sure it does, especially the landing. Until then, it's fine. It's just, I believe I can, and you're dead, or almost. I survived a couple of times, more than I fell. So fear builds legends. And we're talking about, the lesson is, what you feed with fear becomes bigger. You know, if you threaten someone, if you do it really, really good, you don't need to do anything. As soon as you resort to violence, you have lost, of course. But if your presence is strong enough, if you really have a strong presence and you work on that one, then people are like, I don't want to intimidate that person because it seems like it's not going to go nice to me. I prefer not to do it. It can be out of respect, it can be out of fear, right? One of my good friends, very, very strong character, he lives on that. And he's very good at it. He has built his life around it. Like, you don't need to fear him, but you have this feeling, nah, not going to go against him. You can be that person. So the pain you feel, the setbacks, your failures, the more you obsess about those things, the more authority they gain over you. And this is important. If you withdraw the fear, you can reclaim the power. You can reclaim the power of being afraid of standing at that table. If you ask me if you want to know why, I can show you in another video. Just comment down below and I will tell you how to do it. I have done it many times. I have helped people who was like, fear of heights, or they were under the influence that they personally looked so distasteful in their face, or it was ugly, that actually they hardly could see themselves in the mirror because it was like their eyes blurred them. They were fearing their own mirrored image. So what you need to learn is that what you obsess about, you give more authority. And it gains and it gains, and you can go into like, dropping off of this table is gonna kill my whole family, because it's not real, it's in your head. What you can do to improve this mindset is number 4: appear weak or humble, but think strong. The character who really looks the least threatening is the mastermind. If you are the mastermind of your life and you know that you don't need to, but you just build up a certain character self-respect, then you will learn this lesson that power is not loud. I think I don't need to mention the name if we think about a quite well-known politician at the moment who is like bragging and saying that he can do everything everywhere all the time. And people are like, and they don't care. They're like so disrespectful to that character. Because he is loud, he is bragging, he's, in his own little world, he's the strongest person ever to have walked on the face of the earth. Except no one believes him. So power is not loud. When you decide now, this is my future, your comeback doesn't need drama. You don't need to come with boxing gloves or weapons or big drama. No, quiet consistency beats emotional explosions. Don't freak out because someone says, hey, your mother is a whore. You can think, is she? No. Okay, that's his opinion. Leave him. He's too small for you. You don't want to go down to that person's level and fight him. You're above that. And the more you leave those things behind, people see, how did he dare not to react? Because you appear weak, but you think strong. You choose your fight. Makes sense for you that you appear weak, but to self-dignity. But you think strong, you think strategically. I'm talking about a humble, nice attitude towards lesser people. You have a very good example in Jesus. If the Bible describes him as the person who he was very humble, yet claiming, according to the context, that he was the one who had the most power any human being could ever have, claiming that God himself was in his backhand and could do whatever he wanted, right? It's for you to decide. Think strategically, think strong, plan, mold your audience. The last thing I want you to think about here is nothing is random. Really, every detail matters. And here's the key point. The ending reveals everything there was from the start. It was there from the start, but you reveal it later. Prepare in silence so you can go out and win big. You build the foundation of a strong life in silence. You grind. You work the late nights. You work hard. You think strategically. You appear low life, low key, but you're building a stronger foundation for you, for your family, for your future. I mean, if you want to save up for some investment or save up for a savings for a bank account, you're not going out and yell it all over town. Hey, I just put $10 into my account. No, you do it silently. You put $10 in today. Next week, you put 10 more. 10 more. You don't yell about it. You build in silence. And every $10, every $1, a euro you put into your account, it really matters. Patterns are clues for you and for them, for your audience. If you do these things consistently, then you are what you consistently do. If you consistently work on power is not loud, I'm strong, these things, and you try to live by it, then those patterns will change your physiology into adapting, because that's what the body does. It's trying to protect you and fulfill your innermost thoughts. So the symptoms that patterns are clues today for you is that setbacks, emotional triggers. Hey, you called my mother a whore, and when you want to fight them. No, 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 no. Because she isn't, right? Emotional triggers they are not chaos. They are information for you. So when you connect the dots, the villain loses its mystery. Your inner villain. What you think is like, I cannot handle this. I feel like the devil, everything is after me. No. The patterns are clues to show you the symptoms, the setbacks, the emotional triggers. They are information. Use that information strategically. Because when you connect the whole thing, the villain, the power against you, it completely loses its mystery. How can it be? How can you fight someone who's not willing to give up and you are not willing to give up? For me, this is what I try to help people I talk to. But I would like to hear if you have anything that relates to this, like any other ideas that you use to rebuild or strengthen your own perception of reality, of setbacks, of things that moves against you. How have you overcome them? That would be very interesting.